Have you ever looked closely at the insects in your backyard? They might seem small and insignificant, but don't be fooled. Some of these tiny creatures can be incredibly dangerous. From painful stings to spreading deadly diseases, insects have surprising ways of impacting our lives. Take the mosquito, for example. This seemingly harmless insect is actually considered the deadliest animal on Earth. Mosquitoes carry diseases like malaria, dengue fever, and Zika virus, which kill millions of people every year. Even in our own backyards, we might encounter insects capable of inflicting harm. For instance, the brown recluse spider, found in many parts of the United States, has venom that can cause serious skin lesions. Its bite might start as a small red mark, but it can quickly develop into a necrotic wound that requires extensive medical treatment. It's a stark reminder that beneath the beauty of the natural world, there are hidden dangers. While we shouldn't live in fear of every insect we encounter, it's essential to be aware of the potential risks they pose. When we think about dangerous insects, we often picture painful stings or bites. However, some insects are far more insidious. They don't rely on venom to harm us. Instead, they spread diseases that can have devastating consequences. The tsetse fly, found in parts of Africa, is a prime example. This seemingly innocuous insect carries a parasite that causes African trypanosomiasis, also known as sleeping sickness. As the name suggests, sleeping sickness disrupts the sleep cycle, causing extreme fatigue and neurological problems. Without treatment, it can be fatal. Another insect that poses a significant threat to human health is the flea. While fleas are often associated with our furry companions, they can also transmit diseases to humans. In the Middle Ages, fleas were responsible for spreading the bubonic plague, also known as the Black Death. This devastating pandemic wiped out a third of Europe's population. While the bubonic plague is thankfully rare today, fleas can still transmit other diseases, such as typhus and tularemia. It's a reminder that even the smallest of insects can have a significant impact on human history and health. Some insects are masters of disguise, blending seamlessly into their surroundings as they wait for the opportune moment to strike. Take the kissing bug, for instance. Found in the Americas, this insect earns its rather unpleasant name from its habit of biting humans on the face, often near the mouth. While the bite itself might not be particularly painful, the kissing bug carries a parasite that causes Chagas disease. This disease can lead to serious heart and digestive problems, and in some cases, it can be fatal. Another silent stalker is the deer tick, a tiny arachnid that feasts on the blood of mammals, including humans. Deer ticks are notorious for transmitting Lyme disease, a bacterial infection that can cause a wide range of symptoms, including fever, fatigue, headache, and a characteristic bullseye-shaped rash. While individual insects can be dangerous, some species pose an even greater threat when they band together in large numbers. Locusts, for example, are infamous for their ability to form massive swarms that can decimate crops and cause widespread famine. These swarms can contain billions of individuals, stretching across miles of sky and blocking out the sun. In fact, a single locust can eat its own weight in food every day. When millions upon millions of locusts descend on a field, they can devour every single leaf and blade of grass, leaving behind a barren wasteland. Another insect that can wreak havoc in large numbers is the fire ant. Fire ants are highly aggressive and will readily attack anything that disturbs their nests, inflicting painful stings that leave behind itchy pustules. Their ability to multiply rapidly and spread to new areas makes them a persistent and costly nuisance. While it's clear that some insects can be dangerous, it's important to remember that the vast majority of insect species are harmless to humans. In fact, insects play vital roles in our ecosystems, from pollinating our crops to decomposing organic matter. Without insects, our world would be a very different place. It's also worth noting that many insect bites and stings can be prevented by taking simple precautions. Wearing long sleeves and pants when outdoors, using insect repellent, and avoiding areas where insects are known to congregate can significantly reduce the risk of being bitten or stung. By learning about the potential dangers posed by insects and taking steps to protect ourselves, we can coexist peacefully with these fascinating creatures. The world of insects is vast and often overlooked. We might not always appreciate their presence, but there's no denying their impact on our lives. From the vital role they play in our ecosystems to the potential dangers they pose, insects are an integral part of our world. While it's easy to dismiss them as mere pests, we should approach insects with a sense of respect and curiosity. By learning about their biology, behavior, and ecological importance, we can gain a greater appreciation for these tiny creatures that share our planet. The world of insects is full of wonder, beauty, and yes, even a touch of danger.